Oh, look, another letter from Donald Trump. I'll look at it later. This will be my vlog, and then I'll do a rumble to be a little more, how should I say this, a little more political, let's put it that way. Right now, charging my big phone, little phone's charged, put it back in my pocket. This is for family and friends. A lot of things going on. I've got to figure out how to do this thing. I gave my brother the other one. He's wanting to write a book, so I had a little voice-activated tape recorder I gave him. My son Nick's at work. My son Benjamin's over there at his house. Brandon's taking a week off. He's in the house. Linda's in the house. Tomorrow she and I have to go to Ada, Oklahoma to her doctor appointment, after which we will be going elsewhere to see our granddaughter and daughter-in-law. That's as much as I'm going to say on that. I did buy me another guitar. Very few of these guitars in here have I bought. I see two guitars, well, three, but that one doesn't count, the Relix 4. I got one I bought for $5 and rebuilt, and it's an old Stella, which it's now a collector's item. I've got a 1959 Jazzmaster Rickenbacker that I got at a pawn shop. I knew what it was, he didn't know what it was, and I paid $25 for it. I've got to get new tuning machines. The value on that one right now, last time I checked, is about $70,000. I've considered selling it, but I like the guitar, and something I figured out in my old age, money's just a tool. Oh man, where did that go? There it is. I'll tell you what, I can make a mess like nobody's business, I promise. I'm a better mess maker than anybody you've ever known in your entire life. You can believe that or not, but my wife will verify it. She's not out here right now, she's in the house. But anyway, and then Wednesday I've got church, and Thursday I've got to do a deposition in here. I think the attorney I'm going to be getting deposed by is an absolute screaming liberal that hates firearms. It's a federal deposition. I've got a sword and a spear back there, and then up here, yep, got a bunch of shooters on the wall up there. I collect guns, and I won't apologize for that to anybody, including her. I'm not at liberty to say what it's about, we thought I was done with it, that I didn't have to do it anymore, and that was not and is not the case. You just do what you have to do, and I have to do it. Let me get another sip here. I get done with all this, I'm going in the house and sitting with my sweetheart and doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm real good at doing nothing when I don't want to do anything. It's just I never get to. And that is the truth. I get co-opted into stuff all the time. I've been running around today, had to haul my son Benjamin to do some stuff. I gave him my van. He's trying to get insurance on it, and we'll get it done. We'll get it done when we get it done. His son Tigger is in the parlor with Linda watching stuff, and she's soaking her hair with coconut oil. And tomorrow, after we get done at the doctor's, my granddaughter Aurora's coming by to trim her hair. She gets off at 6, so we've got to time everything just right tomorrow so Linda can be here. Her hair's way too long and it keeps getting tangled. So, and had good talks with my brother Christopher, who lives with us. I'm supposed to do it like this. I cleaned the lens on this camera. I noticed when I filmed the church service and put it up, I loaded it yesterday, today's Monday. There was one corner of the screen that was a little dingy, so I got my reading glasses on. These, they're like 250 strength. And my other ones are 125. These are my actual reading glasses prescription. Want to see what I look like with glasses on? There I am. Woo, that'll give you a headache. But anyway, I noticed that the corner of the lens was nasty, so I got reading glasses and a very intense flashlight, that one, and looked down on it and cleaned it off. So hopefully it won't. It had a smudge on it. I don't know how the smudge got there, but it no longer has one because up here it's not smudgely. To friends and family, everything's okay. The old pecan tree is still standing. It's not fallen over yet. Of course, the high winds we had were blowing toward it against the side that was leaning over, so that wasn't going to blow it over. But if we ever get a wind out of the northeast, a hard wind, it'll push that tree right on over. We've only had 2 real hard winds like that. One, it blew the roof off the back of our house and we had to put it back down because the guy that put it down used screws that long to attach the roof, and it's a steel roof. So we went back with screws that long. Originally they were that long. Look, a 45 long count bullet. Huh, what have I got that shoots that? Oh, I know, my double rifle. Anyway, I have a 45 that shoots 45 semi-auto rounds, APC, automatic pistol cartridge. And that has a substantial impact. I'm not armed out here. If I had a reason to have a firearm, yep, I have shooters. Always have them nearby. In the house, I keep them covered up and away so kids don't get them. Locked up. When I have one on me, like today I'm wearing shorts, tomorrow I'll wear carpenter pants, and in the sleeve on one side down on the right leg is my lock blade hunting folding hunter. It's a cheap Ozark Trail knife I got at Orscheln's. Paid $8, $7.80, but it holds an edge pretty good, and I like the knife. And I know I can always go there and get replacements. My personal carry for just whittling and stuff is that one. That was custom made for me by a friend of mine I was in the Navy with. And I don't know if you can see it on here or not. Not real. It's a Damascus blade. That's where they fold steel together, and it makes these neat patterns. And that's real Elkhorn. My favorite handguns I use all have Elkhorn handles on them. I've got a couple that don't, but one's a .22 Magnum pistol and one's a .22 pistol my brother-in-law J.D. Reed gave me that I cherish and will keep forever, but it's locked up. The .22 mag is just a cheap $200 pistol that I keep locked up. And then I've got, a few more. Got a few rifles. Got some powerful weaponry if I need to have it. And a couple of shotguns. And swords. And knives. And one spear behind me that my two youngest adopted sons gave me. They figured I had everything else, I needed a spear. The black sword behind me is, that is a one I got from a friend of mine that was supposed to have an edge on it. I got it and it didn't. I still haven't successfully put an edge on the thing. It doesn't mean that much to me. I've got 3 swords over on that wall, and one of them you can shave with. It's a Chinese longsword, broadsword. I don't know why I'm having so many problems drinking out of this thing. Let me put the lid on it. I'll just sip it through the hole. I have one of these identical to this one in the house, and I never have that kind of a problem with it. Out here, if I want just water, now, do I have anything profound to say on today's vlog? No, I do not. I've been a little under the weather, so's a lot of other people. The other day when we had that low pressure come in, I drove back from Ada with a really bad headache. And it continued, and I still have one now. I had one really hard headache last night, so did my sweetheart. And I really believe it's the barometric pressure. I've had enough bullet holes and broken bones and metal plates and crap like that in this old fat body that I'm a pretty good barometer, and I know we've got weather coming. I can feel it. I feel it days in advance. To my friend Chris Kimball that we addressed it on Facebook, I'm not going to put a sheet over that wall. There's no way I can. I'm just going to position the camera to that computer so that the individual I'll be getting deposed by can't see the guns. I'm not taking the sword down off the wall or the spear, and I'll make sure they can see the Be Kind sign. It's a junky office. I thought about maybe putting a necktie on due to the nature of the business, but what you see is what you get. I may be wearing bibbed overalls when she talks, when she grills me and asks me questions. I look like a redneck from southern Oklahoma because I am one. I just happen to be a very well-educated redneck, which is not going to bode well for her. It is hard to trap me with questions, to ensnare me, and I've been playing that courtroom game, G-A-M-E, for a long, long time. And most federal defense attorneys that I have come across, especially the extremely liberal ones, are not that bright. She won't see this. She'll probably see the rumble I'm going to do, and I will address it in depth on there. Here is something that family and friends need to understand. An auto pen cannot be used on a pardon. This is the only political thing I'm going to speak about on here. So, the underlings of Joseph Robinette Biden could not use an auto pen and sign his name on a pardon. I doubt the man even knew or was cognizant enough to know it was being done. And therefore, the pardons that he did not personally sign are null and void. And that opens a whole can of worms, and you're going to see it unfold. That's all I'm going to say on that. Hopefully the YouTube censors and fact checkers won't shut me down on this. They have on several things. One more strike, I will be no longer able to post on here. Above me to my left is the bumper, is the front license plate off my old van. It says Mystery Machine. My oldest adopted son, Dale Fullerton, and my boys conspired and got that for me. I gave the van to my next to the youngest son, Benjamin. I'll get me another one. I've always had one since we've been married just about. And March 24th, my sweetheart and I will have been married 48 or 49 years. I think 48. Been married a long time. And we're still in love. And tomorrow, before we go to Ardmore, or to Ada, I'm taking her to Taco Tuesday. She loves tacos. Who can blame her, you know? I don't know what I'll get. And she'll have to eat all of them because we're leaving from there directly to Ada. Love all you guys. I do. Like the sign up there says, be kind. Holler at you later, alligators. Bye.